Hi, I'm Dan here for 1700, and I'm joined on the couch by another Dan who's a lot more talented and a lot better looking than me. Dan Auerbach, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah? How are you finding Melbourne?
It's a lot better looking and a lot more talented than Sydney. I think.
That's a good answer. Now you were just here for Pyramid Festival at the end of the year, and now you're back again doing the solo stuff. So what do you love about coming to this country?
Well, we get paid in cash.
That's good. Always
and
good.
They've got good coffee.
Yeah.
And it's always summertime here.
It is. Except
even in the wintertime, it's summertime here.
You're actually pretty lucky because last week we had like a really cold week, and now it's gotten better again. So you've coming at the right time.
Cool.
Have you had a chance? I heard you managed to get down to Greville Records this Arvo.
Yeah.
So were you looking to pick up anything good down there?
Yeah. Usually they just kind of put a bunch of CDs in my hands and say these are really good.
Yeah.
And they did it.
Well, that's
so
excellent.
they're good guys there. I like that store.
Ah, cool. Now, obviously you're here touring Keep It Here, your solo album. A lot of the stuff which you wrote while you were on tour with the Black Keys.
Yeah, some of it. Yeah, some of it was written while on tour. Sure.
What was it about, I suppose, what you were doing that made you want to come out with this solo stuff?
Well, there are certain things, like harmonies, larger band arrangements, ballads.
Yep.
That, just don't lend themselves to the Black Keys. And I'd already recorded the songs with my family and with my friends. So they were there and they were finished, and I was really happy with the way they sounded. So,
speaking about your family, you've got a few family members featured on the album. You've got your uncle playing guitar on one of the tracks on Streetwalking, and you've also got your dad who's provided the lyrics for Whispering Words as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was it like, I suppose, working with family members? Why'd you want to get them involved?
Well, I've been playing with them since I was a kid.
Yeah.
My dad co-wrote a song on the second Black Keys record. My uncle who plays guitar and sings on the record is the one who taught me how to play guitar and sing. And he's cool. He's a good guy.
Now, when I suppose, he provided the lyrics for that song and then got you to write the music for it. When you produced, the final song and gave it to him, were you nervous at all with, worried about the kind of job? No,
not at all. No, I've recorded a bunch of his songs, and he's always excited to hear what I come up with, because he's not a musician. He just writes lyrics, kind of song lyrics, poetry kind of thing, and he'll just hand me stacks of lyrics, and I get to do whatever I want with them, and that's sort of the deal.
Cool.
And it's fun. It's nice. It's like a cool exercise to be able to just get good lyrics and just do whatever music I want to it. It's cool.
What was he like when you were growing up? Was he a pretty good support to?
Yeah, I mean, he played music louder than any of my friends.
That's a cool dad.
And he played all kinds of different music, rock and roll and soul music and jazz and whatever. And it was a big part of my childhood. I sort of took it for granted because it was just so normal to me. I didn't realize till I was like in college or something that it was so different. Most of my friends, I never saw my dad in a suit.
You just had a much cooler dad than everyone else.
He cursed a lot.
Speaking of other people who collaborated on this record, I wanted to talk a little bit about the label that you've started, Polymer Sounds, and one of your signings is actually featured on one of the tracks on Keep It Here.
Yeah, Jessica Lee Mayfield. She's I met her a few years ago, and I actually got her demo from my dad, who had heard her locally in Ohio, and she kind of just blew me away. She was so talented. Her voice was so cool, and her songs were cool. She grew up in Tennessee, so she's got this southern kind of drawl in the way she sings. And we started recording, and I found out she was 16 years old.
Wow.
And she was writing these amazing songs. So, it was great. She's really talented.
What were you sort of looking to achieve by starting up your own label?
I just wanted to put her record out.
Yeah.
Because I'd given the album to a bunch of people, and everyone passed on it.
Oh, okay.
And I thought it was so good. I was just like, I couldn't believe that no one saw or heard what I was hearing. And is done incredibly well.
Are you looking at signing anyone else on the label at the moment?
I'm not opposed to it, but I'm not like actively searching. So I'm so busy, with touring and doing my own thing, and recording other bands that it's like, I got to know that I can put 100% into it, or I don't want to do it because the people give you they put their career in your hands. I don't want to mess that up.
Sure. Now, on this record, you've also produced and engineered it. How was that role for you? Was it something you were pretty comfortable doing, being in charge of everything?
Yeah. I mean, I've been doing it since I was a kid. That's why Pat and I started playing music in Black Keys, was because we liked to record. And having had my own studio built in Akron just kind of made it easier for me to get there and record whenever I wanted to. It's just fun. It's all fun.
And, do you like recording or like producing other bands as well?
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, in the last few years, I've done about like 10 or 12 different albums or singles, and it's great, getting other bands in the studio, helping them out. But you also learn something from them every time you're in the studio, A little bit of whatever they're doing kind of can rub off on you, and you learn something and put it into your own music.
Now, with the live show that you're taking to Australia at the moment, how's it going to work? Like, you've got the full backing band?
Yeah, it's a 6-piece band. 2 drummers, percussion, organ, 2 guitars, bass, harmonies, the whole thing.
And having this band playing as opposed to playing in the Black Keys, what sort of freedom does it allow you?
Well, it's just a whole different thing, It's like it's a full band arrangement, For the first time, I'm able to do every song on the record. With the Black Keys, we don't limit ourselves when we're in the studio, so we'll do a bunch of overdubs. But when it comes time to play them live, sometimes you can't pull it off, or strip down. It doesn't sound right. But with this record, we can do everything, all the percussion, and it's just a different experience. It's like the polar opposite.
Now, it's still the album Keep It Here's still definitely like trenched in that kind of blues rock that you kind of love, but there's also some other stuff, definitely like Delta balladry and all that kind of stuff. I suppose what kind of music would have you been listening to right before you were, or during while you were writing stuff for the album?
All kinds of stuff, man. Really, I mean, like folk music, bluegrass, South American psychedelic music, Japanese psych music, hip hop.
So literally everything.
Everything, yeah. Get inspired by anything too. Music, art, movies, poetry, anything,
Sure. And after you finish the tour for this solo album, what's next? Are you planning on putting in a new Black Keys album down? Or?
Yeah, a couple months we go into the studio and record a new Black Keys record. We've got some touring to do, and do the solo tour. Goes to Europe. And we're going to do some festivals in the States for the solo record, and got some bands to record this year, so
okay,
busy year.
Who might some of those bands that you're working on recording?
Well, I can't say some of them. It's kind of pretty exciting, but we're definitely going to try to get in and do another record with Jessica. Okay,
cool. And you're also here in town. You're going to play Blues Fest at Byron Bay. Have you been to Byron Bay before?
Yeah, I've been there a bunch.
It's a pretty awesome place. What are you looking most, I suppose, to about sharing a bill with people like, Ben Harper, and a bunch of other really premier blues and artists?
Booker T's playing.
Yeah.
And our organ player gets to share the organ with Booker T.
That's pretty cool.
So he is so excited. It's crazy. We told him, and I think he peed his pants a little bit. So that's going to be cool. I've never played with a full Hammond organ with a Leslie speaker. It's going to be cool.
Okay, excellent. Well, look, it's a pleasure having you down here in our country again.
Thanks.
And you seem to enjoy it. You keep coming back. Yeah. So we must be doing something right.
You are.
And thanks very much for talking to us on 1700, Dan.
Thank you very much.